So, I'm going to do a video in a form that I haven't in a while. I will be doing a story time. And I've always been 50-50 on whether or not to post stories from my time in the military. Things like that. It's just one of those things that it seems like a great area to do. But I am no longer in the military. I got out in February, so I'm going to share one of the funniest trips I could think that I've had in the military. So, oh man, I hope some of my buddies see this. Back in 2018, it was like a month after I got married. The unit that I was with at the time, I'm going to try my best not to name any names or anything specific, of course. But back in 2018, like a month after I got married, our unit ended up going to Japan. We flew from South Bend Airport to Alaska. From Alaska, which is where our holdover was, we ended up going to Sendai Airport in Japan. And from Sendai, we went to Ojojihara, and then from Ojojihara, we ended up going all over the country. It was actually pretty cool. We went to several different places, and I'll get some of those in this story. So, I guess where I will actually start this story time is, well, I'll start with the first funny thing that had happened. Well, not really funny, something that ended up being really bad. So, whenever we got to Japan, I had an infected toe. It was from an incident. I got hurt, and it ripped off part of my toenail. Well, it got really infected, and the problem caused it to be ingrown and a whole bunch of other things. So the first thing that I had is that there's this bad odor coming from my sock from the infection. I'm going to try not to get too deep into detail because it's really gross how this all happened. Anyway, so a medic that was attached to us ended up finding out that I had this infection in my toe, and I didn't think anything of it. You know, I was infantry with the military, and yeah, so our feet was very important to us. And this medic reported to his higher ups. Anyways, so to try to get through this part of the story pretty quick, I ended up having to go to the med tent, and they had to try to fix my toe. Well, whenever they were pushing in the injections to numb the toe, which was lidocaine, it didn't do anything for me. It did not do a single damn thing for me. Didn't numb it a little bit, not at all, actually, none. And the infection was so bad, it was pushing the lidocaine back out. So, as you might have imagined, it wasn't great. It wasn't great. And I don't like needles. I don't like needles at all. So it was definitely not a good time for me. Well, if that wasn't bad enough, they're like, okay, well, we're going to go ahead and try to make this quick. So they end up latching on to my damn toenail because the whole goal was to try to cut it back even more. They were going to rip out even more, trying to think that they can get it away from the infection. Well, anybody that's been in the military knows that those doctors, medics, whatever you want to call them, it's not suited for that. It's not suited for that at all. So, without being numb, they start cutting and prying and yanking, and I have two NCOs laying on top of me while this captain medic is the one trying to take out my toenail. And I'm kicking, screaming, cussing every word that I could think of under the sun. And I kept doing that for probably a minute and a half after they were done. They didn't let me know. They just wanted to see how far I was going to go. So I done that to relieve my own pressure. So after that, they let me see it. They took out a good chunk that was stuck inside the skin where it caused a lot of the issue. And what was funny about that, I'm going to make this to a separate video, was that there was another big issue right after that one. So I'm going to kind of do this in several different videos. So this is going to be the first video. Basically, is just talk about how I went there, my toe was infected, and they tried to fix it and fucked it up even worse. So that's a good recap. Alright, I'll be back with y'all soon.